This is Mike Jacko with Minry and Real Estate Promo with another Flip It Friday video for you guys. And today I want to talk about something that came up at one of our classes the other night. And I had several people ask me, Mike, when you're decimating repairs, to what level do you do the repair estimate valuations to? And my simple answer is every time we're doing a repair estimate on a property, we want to make it to the estimate the repairs to the value of the property being in mint condition, like everything brand new, drop dead gorgeous, so that when a first-time home buyer walks through, or the potential buyer, they come into the property and they feel, wow, I love this property because everything is done. That's the way we want to go through and do our estimate. That doesn't mean we always do our repairs to that value, depending on how we end up buying the property and our exit strategies. But we need to get to a base number to make our offers. So especially if you're making offers on the bank, you're only making a cash offer. But if you're making offers to a seller, just an average seller, maybe a probate property, a pre-foreclosure, whatever, maybe you're even looking at buying the property lease option, you're not planning on doing any real work to the property, you still need to know what is that number going to be to take the property from its current condition and make it drop dead gorgeous. And another thing is we want to make sure that it's at the condition or the style of property that it currently is. So another example is the property we looked at the other day in our class was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It had a full basement. There was no bedrooms down in the basement, but it had been finished. It was 60 to 75% of the basement had been finished, so it was livable square footage. There was a bathroom down there. I think it was a half bath down there. It did not have a tub. I think it might even had a shower. I can't remember exactly, but at this point it's irrelevant. The main thing is it did not have bedrooms down there. So everyone's asking, well, Mike, what's it going to cost to add the bedrooms down here? Because we need to know what it's going to take to get this thing up to mint condition. And I said, we basing it on what it currently is. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. We're running our comps on a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Our repair budget is to get it to that exact comp, that number. And then if we end up buying the property, then based on we can look at it and go through and say, okay, based on our current budget, can we add more bedrooms and bathrooms downstairs, or make some kind of other modifications to the property? And then if we did do that, will we be able to sell it for the same price we got, or will we be able to sell it for more? And will the price difference from what we budgeted, our original ARV came in at, based on what our new ARV, and then compared to the increase in the cost of bringing it up to that level, is it justified at that point? If it's not, then we don't do the rehab to that level. We just do the rehab to the level we had done our repair budgets on. But if it is, then we can make all our adjustments and our decisions and all of that stuff later on at that point. But it's not worth trying to figure that information or those numbers out when we're first looking at the property to determine its after repaired value. So those are the things we want to keep in mind when we're looking and doing our initial repair estimate on a property, just to make sure that we know exactly what we're getting into, and we don't have to try and overthink it or overcomplicate it at this process. If we end up buying it, then yes, that's a different story. Then we run all the different scenarios, and then we determine what we really want to do with the property at that time. Most of the time, I don't even repair the properties to that level, unless they accept my cash offer and I'm going to rehab it. But a lot of the time, especially if I can get some type of seller financing from the sellers, even though I ran the numbers of doing maybe a $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 rehab on the property, I still might not do any of the work, and then just turn around and try to cash flow the property and sell it on sweat equity for a buyer who's looking to build up some equity and do some work on a property themselves, and sell it to them like on a lease option contract for deed, something like that. So the key though here is don't complicate things. Keep it simple when you're initially looking at it. Do your repair estimates as the property currently is. Run your comps as the property currently is. And then if you do buy it, then you can figure it out later on. So that's this week's Flip It Friday video. If you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you would like to get notified more of these, because we do these on a regular basis, try to get them every Friday. We don't hit every Friday, depending on my schedule and everything else, but we try to get them on every Friday. So just subscribe to the channel, and then you'll get the notification as soon as another video, instructional or informational video, like the Flip It Friday videos or some other videos that I do some trainings on. Then you'll get notified on those right away. And with that, thank you, and I'll see you guys back here next week.